Have you ever wondered what makes someone think about you even when you're not around? What makes your presence so unforgettable that you stay in their mind long after the moment has passed? Today, let's talk about the subtle psychological things that make a woman keep thinking about you nonstop. Not manipulation, not games, just the genuine traits that make real attraction grow naturally. Because the truth is, you don't have to pretend to be someone else to be unforgettable. You only need to show up as the best version of you. The first thing that makes someone think about you is simple, but deeply powerful. Be present. When you're with her, be fully with her, not on your phone, not distracted, not waiting for your turn to talk, but truly listening and remembering. Women notice details. We treasure small things. When you remember something she said last week, or bring up a detail she didn't expect you to remember, she will feel seen. And when someone feels seen, they never forget the person who made them feel that way. Good conversation becomes a moment she replays later in her mind. She'll think about that one question you asked that made her open up more than she expected. So listen, not to reply, but to understand. The second thing she thinks about is your independence. A man who has his own world, his goals, his passions, his priorities. That kind of man is attractive without even trying. Needy energy pushes women away. But a man with a purpose, a man who doesn't drop everything just to be available every second, that man feels secure. He feels confident. He feels like he has value beyond the relationship. When she knows you have things that matter in your life, but you still make time for her, she will think about that. She will think about you, because time from a busy man feels like a gift. And don't forget boundaries. Protect your routine, your goals, your peace. A woman respects a man who respects himself. The third thing that keeps her mind on you is being a gentleman, not the cheesy movie kind, but the kind of man who does the little things that show genuine care. Holding the door, giving your jacket if she's cold, walking her to her car, just to make sure she gets home safe. These gestures might last only a few seconds, but trust me, they stay in her heart for a long time. Women notice kindness. We replay those moments with a smile and a warm feeling in our chest, because chivalry never goes out of style. The fourth thing that keeps you unforgettable is the way you compliment her, but not the obvious things. Not just "you're beautiful" or "you look amazing." She hears those 1,000 times. Speak to the qualities that make her who she is. "I love how passionate you are. You have such comforting energy. You make me think differently." Compliment the soul, not just the appearance. That's how you create feelings that she can't ignore. Because the compliment that touches her heart is the one she remembers when she's lying in bed at night, thinking of you. The fifth unforgettable thing is shared experiences. Trying something new together, breaking routine, creating moments that feel different from her everyday life. Not the same coffee shop or the same movie night. Surprise her with something spontaneous. A walk somewhere she's never been. A new food. A class you both try for the first time. When she thinks of that moment later, you become the person attached to the memory. A memory her mind wants to revisit. Because new experiences have a special place in the brain. They bond people together without either of them trying. So don't be afraid to step out of the ordinary. And here's a secret. A man who can think on his feet, who can turn a simple date into an adventure, that man stands out. Not because he's trying to show off, but because he knows how to make life feel exciting, and excitement is addictive. All of these things create a version of you that she can't shake from her mind. Not because you're perfect, Not because you're trying too hard, but because you're showing authentic confidence through your actions. Just remember this. When the connection is real, you won't need tricks. You won't need manipulation. You won't need to pretend. Attraction grows naturally from who you are and how you make her feel. Show up as a man who listens, a man who values himself, a man who cares, a man who gives meaningful compliments, a man who creates memories. That is the kind of man who stays on her mind long after the date ends, long after the conversation stops, long after she tries to forget. So keep showing up as your best self, because the right woman will think about you without you trying. Thank you for watching. If this message helped you in any way, don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And remember, the most attractive thing you can ever be is you.